past to help you with storage, I created this rolling cart, modified it to make it less expensive and more mobile, and even showed you how to make pegboard. But today I'm going to share the most inexpensive wall storage to date, and it doesn't attach to the walls. Let's go. Hello, welcome back to The Crafty Organizer. I'm Norina Eppley, and on this channel, I love bringing you ideas for organizing, decluttering, doing DIYs, upcycles, and anything crafty. But storage is something that we all universally share, whether you're a crafter or not. Now, my space used to be floating in the middle of a garage, and I had all of my walls created out of bookcases, meaning all of the surrounding areas were usable storage. I'm now in a room where I'm sharing space with things that need to be gotten rid of, things that are being sold. So really, this little corner that you see is all that I have. But across from me is a dresser that can't leave this space, and I need more storage. So I started looking online, and I found that Bargain Bethany made this beautiful organizer that hung on the wall. The problem is this is an older house, and the plaster walls do not take nails well. So I wanted to come up with something that wouldn't hang on the wall and wouldn't damage anything. And I thought this would be a great thing to share with you because I know so many of you don't want to hang things on the wall. Maybe you don't have a wall available. Maybe you're a renter. So here is how I made this vertical storage without having anything hanging on the wall. I started off by going to Daiso because I know they have super affordable options, and boy, are the options great. I grabbed a couple of these wire grids. These were about $2.75 a piece, and they have so many options to use on these grids, including baskets, small organizers, hooks. I also got 2 of these tension rods that were about $3 a piece. So here's what you're going to need with this. You're going to need 2 tension rods, 4 zip ties per grate, because this is going to be customizable for you, some grip style shelf liner, and I got that from the Dollar Tree. And what you want to do is find a surface, whether it's a desk, a table, a dresser, a counter, or if you want to go from the floor to ceiling, you can get longer tension rods. But you're going to expand them from your bottom surface to the ceiling. Now you're going to want to get out a level. I have one that I use on my phone. It's a free app called Level. And I love using this when I am creating things because it allows me to make sure that something's level as I'm using this little tool. I just rest it against. Once it goes from the red line to the green line, I know that I now have a level, straight item. With these being straight, I'm just going to play around with the orientation of my grids. I don't need wide space. I want it to go up. So I'm going to use mine in a portrait mode. Now this grippy paper is important so that nothing slides and these bars will hold the weight better. So I'm cutting out little squares that are just going to be large enough to wrap around the tension rod. And I'm using the tiniest bit of tape just to hold it in place. Once I have all 4 of these little pieces on the rod, I go ahead and get out my zip ties, and I'm going to attach the grid. And I'm sorry, my space is so small. I don't have a way of really getting out of the way. I'm hoping that you can see that this is just going through the grid, and it's grabbing the entire outside of the grid and attaching from the back to the rod. I hope that makes sense. With one hand, it's a little bit hard to do, but you'll get the idea of it. Now, when I attach the second zip tie, I'm going to do it very loosely, and here's why. Once I have it attached, I'm once again going to get out that level and make sure that I have this square so that the second wire rack can just rest upon it and I know it's straight. Now that it's level, I'm going to go ahead and pull that tightly so that this doesn't move. That grip shelf liner keeps this super tight and in place against the rod. Here's a close-up so that you can see what that looks like. I do this on all 4 corners of the wire so that this is securely attached to those rods, and the tension between the top of the dresser and the ceiling are what makes this super strong and secure. And I'm not going to show you this because you really can't see anything and you do not want to see my backside for the next 5 minutes. I know, you're welcome. Once I get that second one on, I'm going to take a little pair of clippers and trim off all of the extra parts of the zip ties. Now comes the fun part, and that's organizing with the supplies that I got. This little basket was $1.75. This pack of 10 hooks was also $1.75, and I like it because it has a hook at the top and a part where it snaps to the second part of the grid. These are designed to fit these grids. But I also wanted to play around with this IKEA basket and regular S hooks. This works just as well. I love having my decor out. It makes me happy, so I'm adding my wreath. And I found these little pegs that went on, so I wanted to try that for my Cricut mats. This area is mostly going to be for my Cricut supplies. And I tested it against the hook that has the top hanging portion and the back that locks in. And I very quickly realized I do not like the hook because it doesn't lock into place. This one, because it has the area in the back that snaps onto the wire, is secure, where this one lifts up and things will fall off each time. So this is just my personal preference, but again, Daiso had so many choices. You can easily find something that will fit your needs. So this storage is going to give me the best opportunity to get my supplies up, because right now I don't have space over in my open area, and they were piled on top of my Cricut, which meant every time I wanted to use my Cricut, I had to clear everything off, mess up my workspace. Once I was done using the Cricut, I had to shove it all back onto my Cricut, so I had my open workspace. Those of you with small spaces, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Before I show you how this turned out, and I'm really happy with the way it did, please allow me a quick 30 seconds to share a special deal that I have for you, my Crafty Organizer family. Audible Plus is a brand new all-you-can-listen-to membership where you can access thousands of titles, including a vast array of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals that span genres, lengths, and formats. And for you, my viewers, you can try this free, not for the normal 30 days, but for 90 days. That's 3 months. If you choose to continue, it's just $7.95 a month, and you can cancel anytime. You'll just have to use my code to get that 90 days free. 90 days of all you can consume audiobooks, podcasts. Check this deal out, but use my link below. And now let's get back to how my project turned out. So here is the before space. This wall just wasn't working. Even though it was cute, I had a command strip holding my wreath. Now I have all of this usable storage space, and if I needed more, I could have turned these sideways and created so much more space. What I love about this is I can easily change it around, but it's not damaging any walls. And because it's tensioned to the upper ceiling and on the bottom, this can handle a lot of weight as long as you have it level. I also used 2 hooks, and I cut up a little plastic hanger to create a place for my transfer tape. So this now gets all of my tools accessible next to my Cricut, but I think it looks really nice positioned here on my dresser. And again, you could use this in so many places. You could use it for jewelry, makeup, cooking utensils, garage tools, and of course the craft room. And the best part of all, the total cost to make all of this storage was only $18.50. So what I'm excited about most with this is if you have an open counter somewhere, maybe in a bathroom or in a kitchen, this would be a great addition for hanging space. You could put all of your coffee cups in there, or hang all of your cooking utensils, or you could use all the little baskets to organize all of your makeup. You could put this in the garage and have all of your tools hanging from here. But in the craft room, let's talk about the uses of getting all those things that you need around you up off of your work surfaces and organized on an easy to access area, and it doesn't require any tools to create. I hope you like this storage idea, because I was really happy with how it turned out, and even my husband walked in and said, wow, that turned out a lot better than I thought it would. So let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, thank you to my patrons. They allow me to make these videos, and if you're interested in supporting my channel, the information for Patreon is in the description below. I will see you guys in just a few days with the next video, and happy Valentine's Day. Bye.